schools. We welcome Chief Philanthropy Officer Ted Ledlow and Director of Public Relations Kelly Schweitzer. Hi, Ted. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Bart.
Hi, Bart. How are you?
Very
Every
good.
time I hear that introduction, I cringe a little with the philanthropy officer. But
I have a hard time saying it. Philanthropy. Philanthropy.
Quite the title.
Chief Philanthropy Officer.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's fun.
Oh, it's nice. People that want to support Catholic education in these schools in particular. There's a person full-time that
Yeah,
works with
absolutely.
them.
Yep. We're dedicated to it.
Yeah, I noticed you're doing a little bit while you're here at JTV in the green room.
It's always nice
That's
to see
true,
people we know.
Well, we're looking forward to the 48th annual dinner and auction. 48 years, that's amazing.
48.
48 is amazing. It's such a tradition.
Yeah.
So they started before you were around.
Before I was around.
And you were...
Marge Adams, my kid's grandmother, was one of the people who started it
Oh, wow.
48 years
Really?
ago. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
So it really is, it's the event of the year as far as Lumen Christi is concerned, right?
Absolutely. It's definitely our biggest fundraiser of the year.
So if someone watching has never heard of it or has been there, tell us what the night's like.
Wow. Kelly can tell you, and then I'll tell you about sponsorship.
There you go. Well, it is on November 18th, and it's held at Lumen Christi in the field house. And we kind of transformed the whole field house into this magical place where you can go and have dinner and drinks, and we're going to have live music this year.
Live music?
Live music, yeah.
Ah.
We're going to do some tours of the school as well. We have a lot of updates that have happened over the last few years that we want to kind of show off to everybody that hasn't had the chance to see it yet. And I think that's going to be a really great addition to the auction itself. We have a live auction part and a silent auction, so we're always looking for donations for that. And yeah, it's going to be a really great night. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
Cool. I think the locker room's one of the new features.
Yep.
And science classrooms.
Yeah, the science
Yeah, we're gonna
classrooms, the
tour all that
chemistry
area.
lab.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Prizes, both for live and silent auction. The whole field house, it's filled.
Sure is.
Last year we had almost 450 people attend. So it's a huge event, and
Yeah.
it's really fun to have the community together in one space, getting ready for the holidays.
Yeah.
So.
It's such a big space too. You might not realize someone that you know is there until the next day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
All right, so it's dinner, and the dinner, it's been a tradition that's had some adjustment over the years. So what's the dinner like these days?
This year it's going to be chicken piccata and mashed potatoes and vegetables and dessert as well. So it's a really nice sit-down dinner. Everyone seems to really enjoy it every time we do it, so we're bringing it back.
Well, you know, as you both know, the dinner for many years was a turkey dinner where people got a whole turkey on their table, and then a week later it's Thanksgiving.
Right.
Correct.
So people thought,
Right.
well, maybe that's not, but people loved it.
Well, we looked at turkeys this year. There's actually a turkey shortage. So if you want turkey for Thanksgiving, I highly recommend going to get it and put it in your freezer now, because there is a turkey
Really?
shortage and we needed a bunch of them. So it wasn't a guarantee for us to have the turkey dinner through the catering company that we use.
Right.
So we had to pick another option. So chicken piccata was our next choice.
Oh, that's interesting. So add that to the pandemic shortage list.
Absolutely.
The one-of-a-kind auction items are what I think attract a lot of the attention.
Sure.
Things like experiences, dinners. What are some of those this year?
So every year we have dinners with our priests, and so that's one of the big auction items is people get to have a really nice meal with a group of 8 or 10, depending on the dinner, and they get to get together with our priests, with the people of our community, and really celebrate the holidays and kind of get into the spirit. So it's that's one of our really big items, I think, from an experience standpoint. This year we're adding a really cool item too. Can we tell them?
I don't know what one you're going to say. Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, really good one. So this year we're going to add, our choir has come together and offered to carol with a family, the highest bidder, around their neighborhood. And so we're going to have hot chocolate and cookies, and we'll go caroling around a neighborhood with our school choir. And that's going to be a live auction item this year.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, really
that'll be fun.
Yeah,
So some of the priests might not be great cooks, but they arrange to have a chef, right?
they do. They do.
That's true.
And the wine's always pretty good from what I hear.
I believe
And
that.
is it They can't bless it.
I think they can in a certain way,
There's a
but
line.
they can't make it holy. I
There must
don't
be a,
believe.
there must be a separate blessing
Yeah.
for the wine.
Yeah.
I would
that.
imagine so.
Yeah.
Now, I think some of our viewers know that Ted Ludlow's wife is JTV medical expert, Dr. Donna O'Neill, and I happen to know both are good cooks, so are you going to have a dinner in the auction?
I don't think we are.
I didn't know that was an option. So.
I didn't either. I didn't.
It
But
might
thank
be
you for
now.
volunteering
It
us.
might be now.
Well, it sounds like if you need maybe one more item. That could,
We have another surprise one. Should we tell them that one too?
I don't know what that one is either.
So we're gonna offer naming rights
Oh yeah.
for the driveway in front of school. So you can dedicate and name the driveway for your family or for a loved one or for your class or for whatever you want. And every year we'll continue to add that as an item that we'll
Is it
go forward with.
permanent in paint?
It'll be for the year.
For the year.
For the year. It'll be in paint with a sign,
Mhm.
2 signs on either end, and it'll identify your reason or your cause or your name or
Oh,
whatever
that's
you
a cool
like.
idea, and then we'll be able to park there whenever you want.
We'll give them a parking space
Parking
too.
space.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, it's amazing how the campus has changed. All the improvements with the athletic facilities. You mentioned the science classrooms, the locker rooms. So people haven't had a chance to be on the campus. They're in for a surprise.
They really are. I'm really excited about the tour part of the auction just to give them this experience to see all of the changes that have been going on behind the scenes, really.
Well, Ted, you mentioned sponsorships, so they're still available.
They are, and I see behind you or around you or somewhere,
Yeah.
there's a graphic that shows our,
Here it comes.
there we go,
There it
shows
is.
our sponsorships. We have title sponsorships available, and we have 2, maybe 3 already committed. And you can read, obviously, what comes with it. There's a whole bunch of good stuff that comes with each level, but we're really trying to emphasize the giving piece of what we're doing. In the past, maybe the auction has been kind of an opportunity for people to buy things, and buying things is great, but really the purpose of this event is to raise money for our school and the good work that we do. The money that we raise from the auction goes toward, supplementing and keeping tuition low. It goes toward scholarships for people that are in need. It goes toward, boosting and making our salaries of our teachers competitive. So it's a really important thing that we do, and it's really important that people recognize that it's only done because of their giving and the fact that they show up and help. So
Yeah, 48 years, that's amazing.
it is really amazing.
I think one year, though, we skip one with the
We
pandemic?
skipped one and we did one online,
Yeah, one
which
was
was kind of
online.
a strange thing, but yeah.
And none of those worked as well as an in-person in terms of being as successful for fundraising as an in-person event.
I think that's true, but I think even beyond the fundraising piece, that opportunity to have the community together and really build that community is what the auction does. I mean, it brings 450 people together for a night to really celebrate our kids in our school and the purpose and the reason that we show up every day. So I think that was the biggest piece that was missing, even beyond the money that was raised. It's that loss of community and that chance to be together.
There's some, I think, traditions with this dinner and auction. One that I think is pretty cool is the bake shop, where you have tables and tables and shelves full of all kinds of awesome pies and cakes and things that people make.
I think this year they're going to look a little more like certificates to redeem later, rather than having the actual baked goods out. I think it's going to be maybe a little more of that kind of an approach.
I like that,
Yeah.
because I don't know who touched my pie before I did.
True.
And then you can
True.
also, if you want to order it for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, you'll be able to use it later and not just have to take your pie with you and eat it later
That's
after you.
brilliant, because one year I ended up with 3 things, and it's like, you can't eat them all. I did, but
Right.
you can't.
Shouldn't be eating it all, but yes.
All right, well, get your tickets and sponsorships right now.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And we're still taking donations as well. So if anyone has anything they want to donate to our silent auction, you can drop it off at the Lumen Christi Advancement Office.
Great. We'll see you on Friday, November 18th at Lumen Christi.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bart.
Chief Philanthropy Officer Ted Ludlow and the Director of Public Relations Kelly Schweitzer of Jackson Catholic Schools. We've got a few things going on.